Cheers, friends. This is Owning Her Seat, representing women who break through culinary glass ceilings in culinary and hospitality. Today is a very special episode with two of my favorite people as we discuss this episode of friendship. So I'm going to let you ladies introduce yourself. Just let's get this party started.
Yeah, okay. My name is Karmen Rydem. I'm from Sacramento, California. I am a culture manager, marketing manager, and I own two businesses, a music platform called the Karmen TL and a marketing agency called RR & Co. So, yeah.
And I'm TiTi Sogunru. I'm a fashion and lifestyle blogger here in Atlanta. And I talk fashion, travel, natural hair care. Sometimes I dabble into food, but just to eat.
I know that for a fact.
And that's me. So lifestyle and fashion blogging.
Well, before we get this party started, cheers, ladies. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Cheers. Thanks for having us.
So today we are going to talk about a very sensitive subject that is very dear to my heart, which is friendship. You guys are both, Karmen is my little sister, TiTi is my big sister, okay? And everyone knows I take friendship very seriously.
Yes, you do. We do, though.
It's very important for me to have, the reason why I say a lot of people don't get the art of friendship is because friendship is not a one size fits all. So literally my expectations for TiTi as a mother of two wife is not the same expectation that I have for Karmen as a retired hot girl, 27. Totally kidding. But it's expectation. I know that TiTi's more likely to be able to do lunch versus cocktails at 11 o'clock at night, unless it's a wedding or a special occasion, versus Karmen is more so after 8, after 9. You know what I mean? So how do you guys go through friendships? Because we're not, in our early 20s anymore. We're not far from it, but we're not in our early 20s anymore. And, when you were earlier in your early 20s, friendship had a completely different meaning than it does now.
Yeah.
Karmen?
Yeah, I feel like for me, friendship is definitely about maturity. You have to know your friends. That's one. And you have to understand that as long as they're there for you, you might not talk to them every day. As long as you guys can pick up where you left off, I think all is well. It's really hard to find dependable people that truly care about you and don't care about what you can do for them, but truly just care about you. And I think when you find those people, you don't really know early on, but as you start to grow up and get into your later 20s, early 30s, you start to really realize, wait, this is really what friendship means to me. So as long as I know that my friend is there, I can call, they can pick up, they're there for me. They know that I'm there for them no matter what time of the day, no matter the hour. And I think that's really what friendship is for me, for sure.
And for me, just to add to what Karmen just said, I would say friendship for me is, it has to be defined. Like, you need to know who your friend is. The worst mistake is to have this idea in your head that this is what friend is to me and what friendship is to the next person. So you guys defining that and knowing you're in the same book, whatever that is, you might be a shopping friend, it might be your let's get on the Bible friend, or it might be a, summer friend, or whatever. Just as long as both parties know what that is, I think it can last forever as long as it's well defined. So,
for sure.
I love that. So I have known you guys both for many years, and you guys have seen friends come and go.
For sure.
Yes. Are we talking about that or no?
We can talk about that.
Okay.
Why do you think?
Here we go. Go ahead.
We're talking friends, so we should also talk about the friends that go,
that we've lost.
And that we've
lost. They lost us.
Let's have a sip for the fallen soldiers. Here we go. Cheers to the fallen soldiers. Okay, TiTi, you seem like you want to ask me something with these fallen soldiers.
No. So I feel like, what we don't ever talk about when it comes to friendship is what happens when that friendship falls. We never process it, or we never actually talk about it. It's just that person is gone.
So you guys know, how does it go?
Erica's very quick.
You both know. What do I do? Everybody knows. What do I do when we break up?
Block.
That's it. From everything. Because this is the thing. Let me tell you something, okay? We are grown, okay? I am grown, okay? You know what you did. And I don't have time to IKEA friendships, okay? Because it's always, this is the thing for me. Women always like, oh, I don't know how to be a friend. To the same species. Okay, but then when it's men, they know how to be a girlfriend. They know how to be, and it's a whole different human. Like, how do you, like, we're the same species. Like, me and TiTi, I'll tell her a story, and she'll be like, da, da, da. I'm like, exactly. But how can you be a better wife and, you know, girlfriend and not be friends? And the thing is, I know a lot of people may not know this, but I'm a very low maintenance friend. Like,
I agree.
literally, I am very low maintenance. Like, it's just like, okay, eat with me, deal with my FaceTime. And that's pretty much the height or whatever. It's not, so I'm like, literally, if I'm such a low maintenance friend, and then the time I asked you to show up for me, you can't even do that. What are we really doing here, America?
Nothing.
Like, what are we really doing
Nothing.
here? And it's like, you know, I always remember a wise person says, you never know how a person feels about you until you tell them no. And it's just like, if we've been friends for so long, and the first time, you know, I ask you to show up for me, you're unable to do it. It's just like, if two people are not mutually benefiting from a situation, somebody's being taken advantage of. So with the breakups, it's really never kind of like a breakup. It's just like, you know what you did, you're blocked.
And people will always try it. And I think
They do.
They get your smile, like they see your smile, and they don't think that it can get real. And they realize after the fact, oh wait, like it's
blocked.
really
You're
over.
blocked.
And there's no coming back.
You know, I do not. I don't.
Sadly,
We don't go back to friends. That's not a thing.
I haven't seen no following searches return yet. Have you?
Okay, not with Erica.
No. I'm very like, I'm just not that girl.
Yeah.
Like, if you mess up over here, you better own the decision and don't backpedal, because I don't go backwards.
Yeah. Integrity is important.
That's how I feel. I feel like it's a character thing. I feel like it's an integrity thing. And I also feel like it's just like, there's conversations that can happen, and it's just like, I can deal with like silly women, I can deal with even stupid women, but I cannot deal with weak women.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. And I feel like it's a conversation that like, you have to like, and everybody knows I'm not unreasonable. Like, literally, if you come to me like, hey girl, I thought I could do this, I could, give me notice. Like, don't sit up here and send me a text the morning of, when it should be a phone conversation, if you get my drift.
Yeah.
We do.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to not text messaging awkward conversations.
Oh yeah, that's a big one. Like, people using the text and just technology as an excuse to not
They want to
actually
avoid.
deal. So, and that's common. Like, see, my pet peeve is when you call your friend and they text you back, like, what's up? Like, call me back. It's a call. Like,
Just say,
'cause we don't talk as often anymore. It's just not that. You know, we are more FaceTime, more text,
Or
So
Zoom.
when you call, it's like it's a thing. It's a big deal. So call back.
So how have you maintained your friendships? Because you have some like ride or dies or whatever, and they're Niger girls.
Yeah.
Y'all know how that goes. I'm an honorary Niger girl.
Yes, you are.
I am. I did not choose the Niger life. The Niger life chose me.
Chose you all the way.
Okay, so I'm an honorary member. How, and shout out to all my Niger girls, because y'all know I love y'all. My Niger name is Sade. And
Hey, Sade.
you have great friends. TiTi has a great group of people. How do you maintain your relationships from the ones who you don't live close to, that that you just aren't here?
I feel like, as Karmen says, if you're able to pick up a call and just start off, we haven't spoken in 3 months and we see each other and it's like we don't miss a bit, that's a friend, like someone who is that flexible. And honestly, life happens. So we have to give friends, that wiggle room, that space that, they're not going to be there all the time. So, and just managing expectations, I think that's big. Like, you have to know, like you said, like, I'm a mom, you can't expect me at 11 p.m. at the club. So if I don't show up, you know why.
She sleep.
Exactly. So, so I think managing expectations has definitely changed my friendships.
Knowing your friends.
And just knowing who your friends are. Like, knowing that, what their shortcomings are. Like, I have a friend, she's always going to be late. So, and I'm okay with that. Like, I know it's not, she's just, that's one thing
That's just who she is.
That's who she is. And
So
I
we just
don't
gotta
get mad
lie to
that.
her about the time.
Exactly. And that's the thing, you lie to her about the time. So you have a friend that, is always on time. You make sure you tell her at the wrong time. So so friendships don't clash that way. And then just knowing temperaments. I don't know if, I'm big on temperament. So knowing, when you call and you're like, on the phone and you're serious, something is going on, I know it's serious because you're not that kind of person that just falls apart. That's just not you.
Oh, no.
Like, exactly. I've known you years. I've never seen you physically cry ever.
Nobody will. I'm a thug.
So so just knowing your friends, and I have friends that every little thing they're like bawling. I know it's not a big deal when they call.
Right.
So just
Girl, what you crying about today?
Exactly. So just knowing your friends, knowing their temperament, knowing what ticks and what doesn't work with that person makes friendship easier.
So yeah, that's so true.
So Karmen, you're like 27, okay?
Oh my God, you're such a baby.
Isn't she such a baby? But she's based on friendship, she's mature than a lot of these, 30-year-olds.
True.
How have you being an entrepreneur? Because being an entrepreneur takes a lot of sacrifice. How has it been for you sacrificing, especially because a lot of people your age are like party turned up? How does that work for you?
Yeah, I don't think I have a fear of missing out. Like, I feel like when you're focused on what you want to do, you know that the partying and the fun will eventually come. And don't get me wrong, I believe in balance. I believe that when you do work hard, you should have a little fun. But I do know people that go out that are my age every weekend, every other day, and they're nowhere in life. So I think that balance is very much important. You gotta focus on what your dreams are, because these late 20s, early 30s are the real years that you have to create the life that you want. And if you're always just trying to party and go out, I'm sure you don't have a plan yet, or maybe you're running from something. So for me, I don't really have a fear of missing out. I have my little bit of fun, but work is definitely my boyfriend. It's definitely my baby. And that always comes first before anything, any other type of fun. So I don't have that problem at all. And I hope other people, learn to slow it down and focus more on business as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here we go. You guys both are on social media for your businesses a lot. How do you guys use social media for your advances versus not? Because it's a business. Me and TiTi are both content creation. You use yours for managing your clients. How do you guys, this is a two-part question. Sorry, I'm rambling a little bit.
That's fine.
Okay, so the first question is, how do you avoid FOMO on social media?
For me, the way I avoid FOMO is just knowing that Instagram is a highlight. It's just a highlight of people's best lives. So that is not every day. So when you take into account that what you're seeing right there might be that first vacation that person is having in the last 6 years or in the last 1 year, that puts it into perspective. And Instagram, like I said, it's just a highlight. It's the good stuff. The person might be crying or be sad or be depressed, or you've heard so many cases of people just committing suicides and stuff, and they were like big on social. So remembering that it's a highlight, it's not real, it's not reality, it's not every day. So that just helps me put stuff in check. So.
Yeah, same for me. It's really, I feel like it's a resume of your life. So you're only going to highlight the best moments. So really, it's perception at the end of the day, and what you see may not even really be the truth. So what you can do is just take with what you see and do what you can. Keep creating your own content. Keep, engaging with other people, and stay focused on what you have to do, because a lot of people might have lots of things going on behind the scenes, but you would never know, because they always want to post, like TiTi said, their best moments, their best highlights. So you really just have to stay focused. Instagram is scary.
Why? Elaborate on that. Why is it?
I feel for younger women, like young kids and stuff, it can be a scary place, because you don't know. Your brain isn't fully developed yet to understand that everything you see isn't the truth. So as you get older and you understand that it's a perception, I feel bad for younger girls who might not know that, and it can be a scary place for them to live a life or live something that's really not true to themselves.
Okay, so you both are entrepreneurs. What are 3 tips you would give someone who wants to be, like you, TiTi, a social media influencer? Because from my... Okay, so... TiTi, don't start with me. What advice would you give girls who say, you know what, I post my pictures every day on Instagram. I'm slaying my walls, okay? I'm not getting brand deals. I want to be like you, TiTi. I want this to be my job. I want to, slay some campaigns. What advice would you give them?
My first advice would be, what is your why? What's the reason behind you posting? Like, is there a purpose behind it? I started with a blog versus Instagram. So social came afterwards. So I already had an idea. I wanted to share my fashion, my life, my travel, and just help people better their lives by sharing simple and easy ways to, just live and dress and all that. So what is your why? if you have no why, it's pointless. It's just photos. You might be pretty, no one cares. You have no purpose behind it. So you need to have a purpose behind what you're doing. 1, 2, you have to be consistent. Consistent is everything. You have to be consistent. You have to post every single day. Not every single day, but posting with purpose. So not just posting, but posting stuff people want to see that is useful, that is helpful. All of that is important. So you have to be consistently posting useful information. And third, I would say just have fun. Like, don't take it too seriously. Like, so I have so many influencer friends that act like it's the end of the world. It's social media. It's fun. You get to meet tons of fun people. And then you to social media. So just have fun. So
For sure.
Okay, so Karmen, let's say, for instance, Karmen, for the record, has never had a corporate position. She has literally been an entrepreneur since she got out of college. So what advice would you give someone who's like, Karmen, I want to be an entrepreneur too? What are 3 tips you would give someone?
For sure, you have to, like what TiTi said, you have to know your purpose, know your why, know what you're doing and why you're doing it. Because if there's no purpose or no fire behind why you're doing what you're doing, you're just going to be doing everything for no reason with no purpose and no end goal. So you have to know your purpose and you have to know what your end goal is or what you're trying to accomplish with your social media. 2, I definitely think that you have to mix and mingle and, like what Issa Rae said, network horizontally. There's lots of people around you that know a lot, and you have to tap into those relationships and tap into those people, and you have to ask them for advice, because a lot of them are willing to give you the advice if you're willing to listen. And I believe that, hacking into those type of relationships can help. And again, consistency. You need to be consistent. I don't care if you just go and post a video to say, hey, what's up? I hope you guys are having a great day. Whatever you do, post something, whether it's an old story or old post from on your Instagram page that you repost on your story. Just try your best to be consistent. Try your best to stay present, because the algorithm is so messed up nowadays that if you go a couple of days without posting and you try to post again, you'll see that engagement go down a lot. So I would definitely say know your purpose, know your why, know why you're doing what you're doing. Make sure you're networking and you're meeting with other people and you're connecting with people. And then also be consistent, because those people that you network with, if they see you're being consistent, they might tap on you for other projects or for other things as well, which can definitely help build your brand if you're starting out.
Well, I love this. So I'm going to open the floor. Do you guys have any questions you want to ask me?
So what's next for Eating with Erica?
Okay,
What's
so
next?
Candlelight and vlog.
Candlelight.
So literally, this podcast is really exciting because you guys know I've been wanting to start a podcast for such a long time.
Yes,
So
yes.
I'm really, guys, I love to enjoy the moment, but it's just like, I'm always like, okay, what's next? What's next?
Yeah,
What's next?
yeah.
So I'm trying to learn to like appreciate where I am rather than where I want to be. So this podcast is my newborn baby right now, and just really trying to create a space where women can be inspired, encouraged, and educated. Because a lot of people assume that everybody's life is so perfect, and it's not. Everybody has their own struggles. I don't feel creative all the time, and I'm not special. I'm a girl writing about food, okay? But the thing is, I'm never giving up. I'm giving 100%, or I'm not going to do up. So no matter what happens, every single day, I'm showing up.
Yeah, and I think what makes you so special is that
You
you
think
don't
I'm special?
you know you're special. Of
Thank
course.
you.
I think what makes you so special though is that you have a lot of people that might just do one thing and that's what they stick with forever. They might not grow on it, they might not switch it up. And I think the great thing about you and what makes you really successful is that you're not afraid to tap into other things, and they're all on brand. And a lot of people nowadays are so scared to spread out and be a little bit more flexible, because we know time and technology is changing, and we have to be very aware of that. And you tap into from candles that are food inspired, to your blog, to your pictures, to your content, to the podcast, to other things you haven't announced yet.
Hello.
That you've been working on. I definitely think that's your key to success, and a lot of people should pick up from that. Diversify your brand. You don't have to just focus on that one thing. As long as it's on brand, try it.
It's what I always was taught is you have to stay doing new things because it keeps you humble. You know what I mean? Sometimes, like Eating with Erica, I know how to take pictures. I know how to create content. I can slay a wall. I'm not a fashion slayer, but, a girl can get dressed. You know what I mean? But me doing new things consistently keeps me humble, because I'm always trying something new, and I don't ever feel like, oh, I have it in the bag. You know what I mean? It's it's something new. It's a different demographic. It's something new. So I like the fact that I don't feel like I got it. It's just like, this is something fun. It's exciting. It's new. You're back to 0 followers. Like, that was very humbling, starting a brand new. I'm like, is this what these people have to do with their brand new Instagram page? Like, it was, I'm like, please like and comment. Like, are y'all like? So it's been exciting.
Yeah, very good.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining me this afternoon. Make sure, how can everyone come in contact with you guys? TiTi, how can...
Oh, you can find me on Instagram at TiTi's Passion, TiTis Passion, on Twitter, on TikTok, same thing on my blog, titispassion.com.
Yes, and you can find me everywhere at Karmen Rydem. That's KarmenRydem, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and from there you'll be able to find all the other pages as well.
Thank you, TiTi, and thank you, Karmen, for joining me today on today's episode of Owning Her Seat. I look forward to sharing the next episode with you guys.